Davy Russell take a bow. He's done very well to win this race in perfect attitude and makes a winning debut over hurdles, but it nearly all went wrong at the last hurdle the first time around. This horse made a bad mistake under Davy, and Davy nearly went out the side door. He did put his hand on the horse next door to him. We'll try and pick it up. We get to closing stages first, but quite a dramatic early race for this horse, perfect attitude. Here we go. Davy Russell gets bowled up in the air by the Mpex kid who jumps into him, nearly gone outside door. See, Davy's hand gets a little push off the Mpex kid back into the saddle. He did recover and worked his way into the race very well, but an incident-packed race. You can see Davy there having a smile, and why wouldn't he? This is a reverse angle. We might just get a better look at it. He's been completely sideswept by the Mpex kid. There's the hand. Davy, thank you to the Mpex kid. He's back in the saddle, and great bit of horsemanship, reacting to what happened very quickly, Davy Russell, and showing that he retains every bit of his canniness and his sharpness there since returning from injury. The rest of the race did go well for perfect attitude. He travelled well into the race following Wild Shot. Wild Shot for me ran a great race again. He just doesn't really see it out against a more dour steer like perfect attitude, who's got good bumper form in the locker. The surprise package was Tudor Manor, who travelled very well down to the second last. Did fade a little bit under pressure, but a good debut by that one. Top line Tommy keeping on for third, but there's the winner. Perfect attitude gets up to win by half a length to 3/4 of a length from Wild Shot. Quite a dramatic race, Angus. Great bit of riding and a great bit of horsemanship by Davy Russell, who's back going great guns along with Gordon Elliott.
Yeah, double for Gordon Elliott today. Davy Russell can do little wrong, can he, since he came back from that horrible injury. And another winner for him here. Perfect attitude, well backed as well. 13-8 favourite. Beat Wild Shot 16-5, and Top Line Tommy was third. And that one was 11-2.
Well, the best race today, quality-wise, is the Kilmore Maiden Hurl here at Clonmel. It looked at on paper at least, and we've seen a very good performance by the winner. Perfect attitude to get off the mark over hurls on his debut, following some good bumper efforts. Davy Russell done the steering. Davy, well done. It wasn't always plain sailing, though. The last hurl, first time round, nearly all went wrong.
Yeah, and the first as well, Sean Flanagan's horse jumped left, and I kind of landed on him, but we were fine. And then down to the second, Conor O'Rourke's horse jumped left, and I was gone. I tell you, the gravity had taken its toll on me, and I just saw Conor's horse. I was able to put my hand on his backside, and then I was put on the back foot the whole way, and it was credit to the horse then to come back, and I was in front. I'd planned the last would have been time enough for him because he's quite green, but I just ended up, he came off the bridle earlier, and I kind of had to keep the momentum going, and then I was in front a bit early, but I knew once I could keep sticking his head in front, he'd stay there, he'd battle away. So, and he did. Now, to be fair, he was great for Martin White, who's a new owner with Gordon, and I myself and Martin go back a long time, so it's great to ride another winner for him.
Of course, very familiar colours, and this horse, was he weak last year? He used to travel well as bumpers. He never used to see it out as well as he would appear to be travelling, maybe.
Exactly, and I did speak to a couple of the guys at home that I thought he just might be after turning the corner, strength-wise, he might have filled into himself, because he needed to now, because he was either going to be one of them horses that travel and find nothing, or he'd strengthen up into and mature into a horse that might find a bit. So he found plenty today, thank God.
Where does he fit in, do you think?
Yeah, I was trying to just have a chat with Martin afterwards, and probably I'd say it'll be at a low level to start with. But again, I'd say there's improvement over time in his physique, I'd say. So he may not be, I'm sure Gordon will decide that, but I don't think he'll be over-exerted this year. And hopefully come next year that he might fill into that frame of his to be a reasonable chaser. Work in progress. Yes, exactly. Yeah.
And speaking of work in progress, back to that mistake, you're back less than 2 weeks, the old reactions are still there, but for people at home, that's an instinctive thing, is it? When you get that bang like that to stick the hand out, you're looking for every bit of help you can get. Yeah,
I knew I was gone, and the reins were no good to me, and my own horse was no good to me, so I couldn't grab onto him. So I just, lucky enough, Conor's horse's backside was there, and I had the full use of his backside to push me back on, so it was great.
And that bit of sharpness too, just riding a couple of weeks, it does really stand to you. I used to find when you get back, get 10, 12 rides, and just a couple of little things like that to go wrong and you can overcome, that definitely helps.
Exactly. If I had to get a fall there now, I would have been really kicking myself.
Yeah.
So, you know, you get a bit of confidence and you get them little breaks and ride your lady luck a little bit, and then your reactions start coming that little bit quicker, you know.
winter's beginning to arrive, of course, the evenings are gone. You're busy enough from Gorham, but the runners are a bit light with the ground being good still.
That's right, yeah. I suppose it happened, I think, was it 2 or 3 years ago. This time of the year was quite dry. No, to be fair to the ground staff here, they've done a marvellous job, and they have been doing it over the last week or 10 days. So I suppose if they can keep that going and take the sting out of it, we'll still have some very nice racing, you know.
Exactly. Listen, well done, Davy. Great ride.
Thanks, Frank. Thank you.